Cindy with Rainbow Wedding Network and Rainbow Wedding Network magazine, and right now we're talking about the recent ENDA legislation that was just passed last night in the House. So we're chatting about was it a good bill, was it not a good bill, why did we pass a bill that wasn't inclusive of transgendered citizens, our brothers and sisters out there who are trans. So we were just chatting about that. So Mike, what were you? Let's go.
We were having a nice heated conversation.
Yeah, until the camera came out. No, I don't know.
No, it bothers me.
Yes,
It bothers me a lot because now the community is going to take a back seat because ENDA includes like 40% of our population. So now like the gay and lesbian community is going to stop fighting, and we can't stop fighting because we have to include the transgender people. We can't just go, oh, this is good enough, and because it includes me. It doesn't include my friend down the street who's trans. It needs to include everybody. Angie, say what you said this morning.
I don't even know. But
No, Angie said something very profound by the coffee pot. What did you say?
did I say? What is the? I want to know the percentage of the trans people. I mean, I'm curious, and I think that's easily why you're going to get left out because there's a smaller amount of you. That's why we've been getting left out for so long. How much influence do you have whenever you're so small? But I think that what I said was maybe this was just kind of like a way for us to get a foot in the door.
Well, what you said was that it was also a way for the opponents to divide and conquer.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it also feels like that. They divide and conquer. And there's so many different ways to look at it. It's confusing.
And my question is, with the HRC poll, they polled 500 people and to get a feel if HRC and the other organizations, there were a couple other organizations that they wanted to either endorse this piece of legislation or not. And they polled 500 people in the community, but we don't know where they polled them from. So we don't know, did they poll them from the people who work at HRC? Did they poll across the country? We're not sure. But 70% said you should endorse the piece of legislation, ENDA, even though it's non-inclusive. I say, we want a little bit more information on that poll. I want to know where you got your 500 people from. I agree with Angie. Unfortunately, the trans community is so underrepresented.
I think that's a big point.
It's a big
I think
point.
a lot of fear is based around the whole idea of being trans, and a lot of people still don't admit those feelings. And so it's extremely underrepresented in our society. And then those who are out, their numbers are very small, so that the opponents can just overlook them, and now the advocates can overlook them when it's convenient.
That's right. That's right. So, was it a good bill? And Ira brought up earlier, what were you talking about? You were talking about, is HRC, are we just accepting what we're given?
I think it's really time that we stop just accepting whatever we can get and start thinking about the higher goals. Yeah, they're great to accept, certain rights, but if we're giving up the rights of others, leaving the trans community behind, what does that accomplish for us? Really nothing.
And my question to the community is, why are we as individuals allowing that to happen? We can't put all the blame on HRC. We can't put all the blame on any organization out there, because the organizations are doing great work. At Same Love, Same Rights, we try to do great work for marriage equality, but we have to have the involvement of the community in order for that to happen. So I think we have to look at ourselves, and all the gay community has to look at themselves individually, one at a time, to say, why am I not involved? Why am I choosing to live my life, in an easy kind of way? Because being gay and lesbian now is socially acceptable in so many realms. So, we're the soccer moms now. We're out, driving the minivan, which we don't drive. But, we're living in the suburbs. We are, 30 years ago, we'd have burned the Capitol down if this piece of legislation would have come up, not including or excluding part of our community. We'd have been marching on Washington, but we don't do that anymore. Why do we not do it? So my question to you guys are, why are we not doing it? Why are we not doing it? Why are we complacent? Why are we saying it's HRC's fault, or it's Same Love, Same Rights' fault that there's not marriage equality? Why are we being complacent?
Why don't we also look at the straight community? I think that, you know, to just look at the gay community is, you know, because, I mean, like, my mom, she's straight, my dad, you know, my family, they should be, you know. And I think also, it is kind of awful, but,
It's not awful. Tell me.
it's like, you know, I was saying, what is the percentage, you know, of these transgender people? And I'm looking through the gay and lesbian community, like, but how many, isn't it like, I heard somewhere that most of the men who dress in drag are actually straight men. So maybe they're not hiding in the gay and lesbian community or the, you know, queer community. Maybe they're hiding in the straight community and they're already covered. So who knows, you know? And you know, some of them are stepping out, but a lot of them are hiding, I think, in the straight community because maybe they do have these feelings and they also have a wife and like 3 kids.
It's
You
the
know.
Larry Craig syndrome of the airport.
Exactly.
I am not gay, but I will. We just won't go into that.
Don't ever tell me about grandpa wearing the prom dress, you know?
Right.
It's like that kind of idea.
Well, my challenge for the gay and lesbian community is we want your thoughts. We want you to send a video. We're going to put this on YouTube. We're going to find this on YouTube, pass it around. We want your thoughts on the ENDA legislation. We want your thoughts on why the gay and lesbian community is deciding to be so passive on political issues, on equality issues. Why are we not getting out there? Are we just too busy in our lives and being gay has become easy? We don't lose our jobs. So give us a video, give us your video thoughts, send your videos, and let us hear what you have to say. We'll talk to you later.